What happens if your wife wanted to become a dude? Then what do? Stick it through all the way you said. That's what you said.
Man, you really set him up for that one.
I'll love her.
Or she stays her.
Her to the end. I'll love her to the end.
Okay, Joe said to play this video.
Okay.
And react to it. It's Tim.
Could we live together after a divorce?
We're watching this show where this girl she doesn't love her husband anymore, right? And I was like, babe, you know what? Let's say we stop loving each other. We could probably just stay married, right? We got the crib together. We got kids. We used to live together, maintain everything, and just live our lives. And I'm like, you would be cool with that, right? She was like, no. If I don't love you anymore, I'm divorcing you and I'm moving out. I was like, what?
Why were you shocked?
I've always thought Chia was such a logical person, and she is.
You thought she was that cool. You think she's that chill. You just want to live in the same house as me, don't sleep with me, and let me do whatever I want because I'm technically single, but we could still be here?
Yeah.
You thought she was that cool?
I thought she would be like, that makes sense.
To who?
I agree with Tim, but I do know that's like more so a dude's way of thinking. Aren't you entering like a Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, relationship?
That's true.
That's a whole different conversation.
Could we live together after a divorce?
What do you guys think?
I didn't think that Chia would answer like that.
Really?
That blew my mind actually.
Whoa.
I mean, whoa, think about it. You guys don't even love each other anymore. Love is what's keeping the bond.
But from the way I viewed it is, I think from a maternal standpoint, you're doing it for the kids.
Yeah.
So you keep up this ecosystem for the kids, but for her, she's like, F the kids. I'm gonna live, or maybe that's how I perceive it. I'm gonna go live my own life.
But the dynamics might change, and then your kid's gonna be like noticing it, and then your kid's gonna be like, yo, what the f***'s going on?
And your kid's gonna have a different view of what a marriage is for their own love as they grow up.
Right, so like, why is dad over there and then mom over here, but sounds of a clapping cheeks is over here?
Sounds of a clapping cheek.
Like, dad, I don't get what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not healthy, I think.
I guess it depends on what they view is love and what, because like, for example, right, I think it's normal to fall in and out of love with your partner, like romantically from time to time, but then like but you still have that family level love that you have with them, where you like the way that you have for your boys, like your friendships, you love them, you'll take care of them, you'll always be there for them, right?
Yeah.
But that romantic, intense, butterflies, the passion, the all that, I think that's normal to go in and out of, because like the novelty might wear off for a time being, and then later on you're not focused on dating, like you're focused on stressful life or whatever. You might be in different phases, and then you go back to, you know what? I kind of see you differently these days. I wanna take you out. I wanna court you again, and then you go back. I think that's normal though, right? Like I think it's actually abnormal to constantly be on this high romantic connection where you're like always in love, and you're like, I don't know. And then also when I think about family building, I think like, well, is it really about, the couple's feelings? There's kids involved. There's so many other priorities like bills and shit. Like, is the reason for the relationship just to feel good with each other? You know what I mean? I don't know. That's where I'm like, what is the definition of love? And is it also like, does it have to be this intense romance all the time?
Yeah, because I wouldn't divorce if we fell out of love. Because I actually think it's a choice. I don't think it's like a thing that just happens to you where you're like, oh, the feeling's gone. I think you actually have a choice in maintaining it. Oh. So I kind of feel like if you let it go, that's something you can bring back, but I also think that's like
so you don't think it's like one day you look and you go, I actually don't love you anymore out of nowhere.
I think you've done stuff to lead to that, because I think it's like...
Is that an impersonation of Hannah?
I think it's an action. I don't think feelings are actually that important when it comes to marriage.
Oh. I agree with Hannah.
I don't think you marry someone based on a feeling that changes day to day. You know what I mean? Like, if he's taking a shit with the door open...
You're not gonna love me that much.
Not in the moment, you know what I mean? But like...
With his legs up?
I'm holding it like that.
To get a good, like, girthy hold.
Yeah. Babe, you think... Sorry, let me do it that way. Babe, you think you can get me some water?
Babe.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
And I also don't think there's any such thing as divorce once you have kids. Because I have a friend who has kids and she's not with the dad. You're still life partners. You still have to make decisions together.
Yeah.
You're still raising.
Oh, you mean like you can technically be divorced, but you're still tied to this person?
Yeah,
I
you're
see.
tied to them
Of
for
course.
life. So you're just basically in
Yeah.
a harem at that point. 'Cause, like,
Except you could be with other people though if you're divorced.
you can, but like
Yeah.
then is it just about the sex? You know what I mean? Because technically this person, you're raising a person, you're still family, you're still tied, you're still making joint financial decisions, you're still making joint life decisions. She can't move away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're tied in every single way but sex. So at that point, like, are you saying in the marriage, like not you, I'm just looking at you.
Yeah, no, look at her.
Are you saying that then marriage, the foundation of it is sex, which it isn't? It's, well, not for me anyway, it's like family and like you've signed a contract.
Ruh-roh.
I mean,
I agree.
so it's kind of like, it depends what your view of it is, but for
Yeah.
me it's like, no, I think once you've signed it, you're family. That's
Yeah,
it. That's
I think that.
and it's a responsibility to maintain it.
Yeah, that's
There's
how I,
so many
that's
more
how I see it
things.
too. That's how I see it too.
Okay.
Boom! I would say that the priority is romance, but I think there's so many things that also is a part of marriage.
Yeah.
Like it's future building, family building, all that, right? So then you don't want one to be weighed more than the other, but there will be times when children will come first before our date
Yeah.
or whatever. And I think those things are, you know, but yeah, I think if you going back to kind of what you said, where if it will like losing love and all these things, it chips away slowly. It's not like a bomb that goes off and then you go, I fucking hate your guts.
Oh yeah.
Like where does it go from there to like I have zero feelings for you?
It's because she saw you hold your legs up. We'll take a shit.
Well, what if someone cheats? Then what?
It depends
Yeah,
again.
but does that happen overnight?
Yeah.
You know,
It
So
could.
everything
It
is
happens in a night.
It happens. It does, right? Yeah.
that
But
a
doesn't
symptom?
isn't that a chip? Does it chip away? Like, is that something that's chipped away in your relationship, and then you open it up? Because I don't imagine that happening when you're in a good place. Like, it typically happens when you're not in a good place.
Oh.
Yeah. Unless like you're super level celebrity and you just have pussy being thrown at you like nonstop.
Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
and then you
boom.
just you're like, sorry, I had to do it.
I'm weak.
Well, but then you have to stay and work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. If you have kids, yeah.
Dang.
If it's turned to like disgust, like
Oh.
you're with somebody and either they just were not who you married, like stuff happens in life, they've completely changed to where they're actually not even a good role model for the child anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Then I would be like, okay, you
But
need
yeah,
to-
I do. For me, I do see the kids is the compass.
yeah.
So I think that's why for me, it's like, let's say if me and my partner don't work out, up until if they're 18, fuck it. Like I think we did everything we can to raise our kid, and then now everyone makes their own choices as adults. And now my kids even have their own space and their own maturity to judge me as a person, because now you're an actual grown person with your own thoughts. You could say, I fucked up as a dad, or I fucked up as a husband, or I fucked up whatever. But up until that point where we're still kind of creating this guy's own like value system and everything, I feel like if I failed my marriage, it is still up to me to show what a successful marriage is, so that the kid can model that later on, even if I fucked up.
Right.
That's how I see.
So you wouldn't tell, your kids about your fuck up
Until
you
maybe
just
they're
gotta
18,
keep peace?
and then let's say they're like 25 now, and then they had really deep talks with me. I'm like, honestly, me and mom fell out of love like when you were like 14, but we still try to keep it together, just so that he can model everything. Like when they're before like their fucking frontal cortex is like fully formed or whatever.
Did you know that your VPN can still track your internet history? You'll be browsing around and you're like going into naughty sites, and guess what? Your mom is using the same family computer and she's like, what? You be looking at ThaiHotties.com? Naughty boy.
You think they can't see you, but they're encrypting your traffic and routing it to their servers. So your internet service provider can't see, but your VPN can.
If you want true privacy, then you need VP.net.
Their hardware separates your traffic from your identity, which makes it physically impossible to track your internet history.
So, for true internet privacy, sign up with vp.net/jknews. That's right, baby. vp.net/jknews right here. Go sign up.
Link in the description below. Click it.
No, okay, so for me, this idea of like falling out of love, right? So like, even if that was the case, if this person is my friend and we've been life partners, like we still co-work well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I think when people say this, there's actually a level of hate and disgust and I can't stand this motherfucker and I want to leave. Yeah. So that to me is way different from, we just fell a lot of
It's different.
Like, can you maybe, I don't know if there's even a case of that. We're like, we just don't have the feelings anymore, but we're great roommates.
There's no hate, there's no malcontent.
If that exists, maybe there is something out there. But in most cases, I feel like people are exhausted and tired, too much fighting, is a lot of like, I don't know what to do anymore, and then they fall out.
It sounds more like this is just a gentle realization that you don't love this person like that. Like it's not like a incidentally based like reaction. It's just a wake up one day and go, oh shit, like I don't got the thing anymore.
If that was the case, I don't think it's worth blowing up the relationship.
Me neither.
Because for me, that would be the same thing as like, well, I don't love, like, let's say I don't love her that way, but we can be friends. It would be like, dude, we have a cool living situation. We're like, what? And I'm assuming we're in our 60s now, and it's or whatever. Like, we spent a lot of years together, and we worked out. We did a lot of accomplishments, and it's like cool. And it's like, but I don't know if at that point I would want to date again, have those feelings, and try to start over with someone new, go through all the fights, work that out, you know? Yeah. Because even at this, I'm only 40, and that's, to me, I'm like, that's already too much. I don't want to fucking do it again.
Well, man, we ain't gotta be thinking about the negative stuff. Alright? What the fuck is all this what if? No, fuck that. There's only one way. It's grow old together, create an empire together. That's it. You motherfuckers be thinking too deep onto what if. Fuck that.
I think it's interesting when you have different answers.
Think about it, man. Fuck, that's too much to worry about.
I do reference like my own parents. I feel like there was a good few years where I think they really did fall out. I think for a few.
I think that's normal too.
Yeah. But then they recognized it, and they both did a lot, and it came back and better than ever. And I like seeing that.
I think that's part of the work.
Yeah. Because like shit happens. I think that's the natural course of life. Like you were saying. Like I think it's great for you if you could be like every day in a row, perfect attendance in love, you know. But
possible.
That's not the reality. At least not how I've observed it.
I actually think that's a better love story than someone who's never been challenged to fix it.
And I think you're supposed to keep changing even while you're married. Like it happens.
And I'm only saying this like if it's not a toxic type of abusive space, right?
Yeah, right. As long as there's no like obviously.
Like let's say, couples do get into arguments. It does go bad. It does get to a place where they like
dull.
It could get to But then the people that have parents that stick together and they witness this, they have a way healthier, in most cases, they have such a more healthier conflict resolution style. Whereas like, I come from a divorce, situation, and for me, when it's done, it's done. Yeah. Like, and then you move on to the next partner. So then, it's important, I think, for people to see that like, you can work out shit, and that's a real relationship.
I think falling out of love is almost a fortunate thing because it presents a challenge. Whereas some things are just an end all. Like obviously you're getting beat up. Like
I think divorce is something when it's super severe. Like I feel like, okay, so he's a fucking alcoholic and like he beats your ass every day. It's like get a divorce. Okay, so like kids are getting abused. Get a divorce. Like if there's things that are severe, I don't think falling out of love is a good enough reason to get a divorce.
I also don't think being in love is a good enough reason to get married.
Well, I think what you said is true. That's when you reach a point where are you willing to take the challenge or not? And that's where you make the choice of no, we're not. Let's split up, or yes, we are. Let's try. And then if it doesn't work after trying for however many years, then then make a different choice.
One of my favorite things to do in the world is to grab Gio's titties. And I love her so much that I told her if and this is how deep I think love is. I love her so much that if she wanted to get a sex change, I would still be with her.
And grab her fake titties.
I wouldn't be able to grab her titties, but I love her so deep.
You grab her dick now.
As a person and our dynamic, I would still be with her. I ain't gay.
Bart, I don't know,
He passed
bro.
the test. You know how girls be like, if I was a worm, would you still love me? He passed the test.
Yeah.
Did you marry her for romantic love though?
I married her with my, like, I don't know, 28 or 30. When did we get married? 31-year-old brain, I guess. I'm 40 now, or 41, about to be. And I think at that time, I married her with as much depth as I thought I had. But from now until then, my definition of love had like twice as many notes.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like the titty grabbing. It got devalued. It's not that important. Even though I do it every day and I love it.
You would still stay with her if she completed the sex change.
Yeah.
She got a bigger one than you?
She looks like George Lopez.
George Lopez?
We watch movies. Yeah.
George Lopez.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because that's my definition of love has changed. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's real love.
And then I'm teaching Taika that even if your partner changes shape, you stick it through. But you still call me dad. I'm dad though.
That'd be hella funny if
Gio. Mom's a freak. But you can call her mom.
She becomes daddy.
It'd be so funny if Gio changed sex. And then Bart's like, I still love you. Taika wants to be trans. He's like, fuck no.
Fuck no, dude. What the fuck? Your mom been crazy.
So unfair.
Oh shit, man, that's a little wild.
So what would happen? You said stick it through all the way. What happens if your wife wanted to become a dude? Then what do you do? Stick it through all the way. You said. That's what you said.
Shit.
Man, you really set him up
You
for
know-
that one.
I didn't go with that.
He's eating his words.
messed up,
He's
man.
eating his words.
No, it's just like that's, I'll love her.
But she stays her.
Her to the end. I'll love her to the end.
And that's a wrap.
I will love you to the end. I will love you to the end.